The defense team for Bryan Kohberger is asking for his trial to be moved out of Latah County. The accused quadruple killer's attorneys say the atmosphere has been utterly corrupted and that he simply cannot get a fair trial there. KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy is bringing you more to every story tonight, speaking with an Idaho legal expert about what it could take to move the trial.
The defense team says publicity for the case has not stopped since 4 students were killed in November 2022. They point to a community survey showing nearly all adults in Latah County have heard of this case, but is that enough to move it? Bryan Kohberger's defense team argues his trial must be moved due to, quote, pervasive, inflammatory, often inaccurate, and highly prejudicial publicity, and a small jury pool. Former Attorney General Dave Leroy says it's not just about how well known a case is.
But the test here is Idaho Criminal Rule 21, and that is a test of, can a fair and impartial trial be had in Latah County?
The defense surveyed Latah County adults and said analysis showed most are biased and have misleading or false information about the case. The defense says case recognition in Latah County is 98%, with 70% already believing the defendant is guilty. They're asking Judge John Judge to consider Ada County.
But, of course, the Kohberger case has had a great deal of publicity here. There are a number of Idaho vandals who attended the university and have followed the case very closely. So one cannot pretend that people in Ada County have not heard about the case.
Though Leroy says Ada County residents wouldn't be as close to the case or the crime scene. And as for how often venue changes are granted in Idaho,
it's not particularly common.
Leroy says of the tens of thousands of criminal cases in Idaho, a few hundred actually go to trial.
And among those, there are very, very few that have the degree of publicity or potential for prejudice that call for a change of venue.
Similarly high-profile cases in Idaho against Lori Vallow Daybell and husband Chad Daybell did have a venue change. In his ruling, Fremont County Judge Stephen Boyce called publicity in eastern Idaho prejudicial and sometimes inflammatory, and also cited Ada County's larger jury pool and courthouse. There is a change of venue hearing set for August 29th. Trial is set to start June 2nd and run through late August 2025. Judge Judge wrote, if the venue is changed, those trial dates will not change. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.